Hey guys, welcome to Privé RC. This is just a little bit of information for people that they tend to use these big name brands and so on and so forth, of which, funny enough, GT Power is one of the big name brands, but not really accepted in the US and things like that. And coming from South Africa, one thing I can do is give some sort of input in terms of what I see happening in terms of world trends from many different angles, not necessarily influenced by the US trends or the UK or Australia or etc. etc. So this is one of the trucks. Excuse the dust. I haven't managed to do that. We had a bit of a thing this weekend, so it's a bit dusty. This is a truck that I've built for a customer, and I wanted to show you something, hence why the wires are out at the moment. So yes, you can give you a bit of a background that we put this all into context. So I've been building trucks now for 4 or 5 years, and when I started in the hobby, there wasn't much out there. In terms of the sound units, the Tamiya MFU was the go-to kit, and in my country, in South Africa, it is probably the only kit that you can get unless you import your own. I then went over to the UK and learnt about GT Power and also the cost of GT Power, and decided to start using them. So I started with the entry level kit, which I will show you. This is their entry level kit. You have to have an ESC with this. However, it's actually a really fantastic little kit. It's really priced right. I mean, here you're looking at about less than $100. I'd have to work out the exact costing in US dollars, but this would be something that, if you're on a budget and you just want some sound, or you're starting new in the hobby, this is just a great little system. Comes with vibration and everything. The only difference is no built-in ESC, and obviously all manual and that sort of thing. But great little unit for people that don't have the budget to put the more expensive units in. You then go to, they launched in 2020. Excuse this being the EU version, but it's exactly the same. There's a couple of small light differences and so on, but basically exactly the same thing. I'm sure you've seen many of these in videos around YouTube, but the American kit is in this specific vehicle, and I have had many ups and downs with GT Power about this kit. I've been using GT Power, like I said, for many years now, and I support all their products. They've got such nifty little stuff. This is just a great little tester consistency. So I mean, if you want to test your little what do you want to call it, emergency beacon or whatever the case may be, you just plug it in there, you plug your battery in, and you've got power, and you can variate it and so on and so forth. So they've got some really cool stuff, little tester. So I know that sounds like a marketing ploy, and yes, I am officially a dealer now, but I'm not punting this product as a dealer now. I'm punting this product because I believe that this is probably the best value for money for somebody that wants a plug and play unit, that doesn't want the intricacies of the Bayers and the all the other different sound systems where you set them up on the computer. So I'm only talking about plug and play and ready to go, and these have come a long way. The biggest gripe I had about this was that this unit, it's all the same. There we go. All comes nicely packaged, your LEDs and your everything in here, and here's your manual. The only gripe I had about the unit is that, and one nice thing about it, I mean, just look how thin that is. It's fantastic. So, like I said, the only gripe I had about it was that I had massive issues in terms of getting this to work on remotes. So the Bluetooth function is really nifty, so you can switch all your lights on and off and so on and so forth. And if you're happy to do that, it's an absolutely stunning system. It works really well. It runs 3S as well. So it's really good in that sense. The only downside, like I said to you, is that you can't function and toggle through your lights on this particular unit. Some remotes do work on it. So if you're running a 4-channel with analog, you tend to find that it will work. So it's basically all about the endpoints when you set up your remote control, but it is well worth it if you do have a 4 channel or so on and so forth, and also it is a price right unit. So it's something to seriously consider if you're looking at getting something. You do get the American version, which is a different sound, and the Euro version. So that is an upgrade from the much older version. So this is a fantastic little kit. Like I said though, for me the irritation was the compatibility with certain remote controls, which I'm sure some people found issues with and others not, and that's obviously due to setup endpoints and so on, which starts becoming complicated once again. So this has been a great unit for now, but what I'm most excited about is this unit over here. So this has just been launched, and like I said, I'm not punting this because, you know, it's cheap and it's this and it's that. It's not that. I think that the fact that you're saying it's cheap, it's not that it's not a cheap product, shall we put it that way. It's a very well made product. It's got very good customer support. The instructions can be a little bit ambiguous at some times. However, you know, there are a lot of people out there using these systems, particularly in the UK and us down here in South Africa, and it's really a great unit. So this particular one is also EU, funny enough. This is the new one. This should have stock in end of November, so around about now. The nice thing about this is you just get a whole bunch of different extras. So you get the diesel sound is much more crisp. I haven't installed this in the unit because I haven't had an EU build. I've been busy on 2 American builds. But the nice thing about this, and the biggest thing about this, is it is fully operational from the remote control. So all of those functions and issues and gripes and so on and so forth that you do see online and that I did have as well are basically mitigated with this. I have test run this unit just out in the open, which I'll put a separate video in for. But it's fantastic. It's a fantastic unit. The sounds and everything have just been made that much more crisp and that much more realistic, and once again you've got the manual operation on your remote control as well as the Bluetooth, and I tell you, to have both of those functions, it is really nice to be able to flip through the two. Some people that have the old system really love the Bluetooth setup and not having to worry about the remote. Some people don't. However, here you have the best of both worlds. So you know, that is the biggest part about it. I mean, this is 60 amp output now. Like it says here, better sounds. You can now, where it was manually adjustable, your sound and vibration, etc., inside the unit, you can now obviously set it on the application. Air, sound, effects, expertly recreated. I tended to find them similar, but like I said, a bit more crisp. So vibration, this is a new thing, is linked to the actual engine, so the RPM basically, which is really nice. So because, you know, it used to shake the truck and you always had a bass sort of vibration. Same with the MFU setup. And then obviously under load, which is also new, you get the sound of a truck under load. So it really is a really big step up. And like I said, for you, the biggest thing for me is that I mean, it looks exactly the same. Let me just show you here. You've got the same unit. I mean, it's very simple, very plain, but just look how thin it is. It's fantastic. And the fact now that I can use any remote control, I was a Spectrum receiver kind of guy, and now I am going through to FR Sky. Due to the fact that we use many channels, but this has been a fantastic. The older version's been great, but I am so excited to start stocking the newer ones, and I will be doing quite a few more reviews on GT Power stuff. And once again, like I said, yes, they have sponsored the video with this particular product. However, like I said to you, I have many trucks, and I have built many trucks, and I have used these in all of them. I've used a couple of Tamiya setups, but this for me was always the go-to in terms of best value for money, what you get, and ease of installation was another thing. So yes, guys, I can highly recommend this. It comes out soon. I think it might even be available at some places. I know the first run was very short, but it is fantastic, and I highly recommend this. If you haven't seen them, maybe have a look at it and maybe judge for yourself. Don't look online, or this. Let this video be something just to know that this is out there and consider it. If you're not an avid enthusiast where you've got to tinker with every little sound, etc., etc., I'd say this is probably the best one to go to, and they really have sought their kinks out. So very exciting stuff, and waiting for my FR Sky and to build a Euro, and I will then do a complete video. One thing I also wanted to mention just on the GT Power is this is one thing that I like about GT Power a lot is you have a look at their cable lengths. This is a stretch truck. This is running a 30-inch rail, and I've got plenty space. I've mounted it inside here. I've got absolutely huge amounts of space. Now, those of you that are avid MFC users will know that one thing that is a problem is the wiring length on your Tamiya setups. So this is just really a fantastic way of doing it. I've also run auxiliary lights on this, multiple auxiliary lights with this little unit here, which I found to be a smoking gun. Sorry about that. So a smoking gun. This is just a nice controller unit and for your extra sound input. So if you want to have a couple of auxiliaries running off of that, you can plug this into here, actually one of these ports, or you can run it straight to receiver, and you can actually activate a whole bunch of different lighting. Very nice for your auxiliary setups to run lights underneath, across the side, and so on and so forth. So really works well and hand in hand with these units. And yes, I will also be demonstrating the Bluetooth at a later stage. But there we go, guys. That's a little beginner's guide to GT Power. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'm more than happy to help, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks, guys.